pissed about it.
Yeah, I was like, I felt that today. I was like, fuck.
That's
That's
funny.
one fucking build, dude. Like that's something I have felt, I guess.
That's weird.
You guys haven't done that before?
I think I felt pissed that something so beautiful doesn't exist in the natural world sometimes. So like, back when I had cable TV, there used to be like these fucking ads for like female beauty makeup and shit. But there was one that really struck out to me, and it was like, of course it wasn't fucking like her real eyes, but like her eyes were like just the most. It fucking had like blue and like gold and like just colors in it. I was like, oh, these are such nice eyes, even though I know they're not fucking real. It'll never be a real fucking eye.
Yeah, I wish anime was real too.
It's not an anime. It was just a Photoshop.
God,
lady.
nice shot, bro. Nice one.
Woo! So there's that one. The next one we got here is chrysalism. Chrysalism. The amniotic tranquility of being indoors during a thunderstorm, listening to waves of rain pattering against the roof like an argument upstairs.
I argue that one's pretty... Wait, what? I'm sorry.
The tranquility of being indoors during a thunderstorm.
What was that?
Okay.
Last bit?
That last bit is just like an explanation.
Oh, what
listening
the fuck
to
did you
listening
say?
to instead of having a period, it just has a fucking comma, and it's I don't know when the description of the word ends and their example starts, so I just keep reading
while there's an argument going.
I've noticed that one before.
Yeah,
I have.
Like I'm laying down and it's just fucking like bearing down wind, thunderstorm, and rain. And I'm just kind of laying there in my bed and just like. Oh, it's actually kind of nice.
Yeah, I love the rain, dude. Especially when you're like enclosed and like safe from it. It becomes so much more comforting.
Somehow being in a blanket indoors when there's a thunderstorm, that makes it even better.
Yeah, it's so I don't know what it is, dude. Something psychologically, but
it just feels nice.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I think that's just like a thing from. Just I would assume it's just something from like. Our evolution, just like hiding from the fucking nature and shit like that is just nice.
Why does that make us feel good though? Like
because it feels bad to be out there.
Feels bad, man.
I mean, wouldn't you be living in fear though? Like, don't like there's other animals like dogs and stuff. They're usually terrified of thunderstorms and stuff, but they'll hide and they'll be scared. Like we don't fear it. We enjoy
we're not
it.
fucking
I think
stupid.
because we're conscious that we're not going to be hurt by it.
Yeah.
They're like, there's loud noises, I don't know what's happening. And we were like, there's loud noises, but I'm not.
That might be it, because dogs don't really like loud noises anyways. I'm sure the heightened hearing doesn't really help them, but
everything is like... the thunder.
Yeah, everything's like 4 times louder than it is to us.
So, got another one here is Altschmerz.
What? Altschmerz?
Altschmerz.
Who comes up with these?
Isn't that where the Jews died?
Schmerz.
That was a close one, dude. I about spat that up all over my microphone.
Fucking pissed off everyone ever.
Oh, God. I'm gonna have to read
Altschmerz. Altschmerz.
Okay.
Fucking weird words. Weariness with the same old issues that you've always had.
One more time?
Weariness with the same old issues you've always had.
Weariness with the same issues you've always had.
Like an issue you've always had, but
you're just worried about it?
Weariness.
Weariness. Isn't that what weary means? Or
no. Weary is a very different word to worry.
Well, I thought they're like similar connotations, or
weary is just like you're tired, like you're weary of working
you're just
7 days a week. You're just like this thing that you have to do every single.
So it's saying you're
worry is worrying that it's gonna keep happening. That
okay, so that's where the confusion came
from.
Like I thought okay,
so weary is weariness with the same old issues that you've always had. Weary of just an issue that you've had for a really long time.
Oh, I guess I've had that with my ears. Because I've always had problems. I mean, it's just now that I've gotten both of the surgeries to fucking fix it. Now it's like, now I can, it's like, now I'm not dealing with the fucking having holes in your fucking eardrums bit. But Yeah, I guess so.
My main problem is generally, I'm just tired of not being able to pleasure women.
I was gonna make a big dick joke. And I was like, all right.
I guess Bowden took the light on that one.
I was like, should I make a big dick joke? That might be not funny.
I'm just weary of how large my scrotum is.
Horse cock.
God.
I'm just so tired of my left nut being bigger than my other two nuts.
God. The Slipknot pants stay on during sex.
It's fucking stupid. Damn it. One we got here is... Okay, Ireland, can you say this? I can't say it.
Ochialism.
I think it's Ochialism.
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 Okay.
The awareness of the smallness of your perspective.
Yeah, every time
I
look at myself.
Sort of like the awareness that like you only see what you see, and that there is more going on in the world that is people are experiencing, but you're not like sort of
that
similar
you
to
yourself aren't experiencing.
I think I've either heard of this or there's another word for it, but it's like becoming aware that everyone else has a whole functional life. That everyone has a whole life.
Well, the awareness that every person walking by has as vivid and interesting as a life as you have. That's like, what was it? Like one of the base thing like of empathy is that other people have a life.
Yeah, I think about that. That's another one that I think about a lot. About like how there's just so many of us, like just on Earth in general. But it's funny to think about that, like that many, even just within the scope of people that you see on a normal day, like just all the strangers and stuff that you see. Just knowing that like every single one of them has a life that's just like yours, but different in every single way. You know, it's like it's just as like you said, just as interesting, but it's different in every single possible way. And there's every single person that you see has lived a different life.
I feel like every time Devin meets someone or sees someone, it's just his fucking mind is blown.
Absolutely.
Oh my god! You have a
human being.
Wait! Hold on a second. You're not just a side character.
I am.
Oh my god!
I am shaken to my fucking core.
Wait! You don't. Your name just. You don't just have a name and a face and walk by.
It only exists for the 5 minutes that I see you.
That, dude, you just fucking blew my mind.
That's the other thing, too. How many people do we see but never fucking see again?
A lot.
Yeah. Like...
I mean, in a small town like we live in, I've seen probably 80% of the people that live in this area. What's that statue called? The
Thinker.
Yeah, the Thonk.
The Thonker.
The Thinker and the Stinker.
I like that one.
Alright, let's do a couple more.
So the next one is Embedo. A kind of... what the fuck is this word? A kind of melancholic trance in which you become completely absorbed in vivid sensory details.
Do you know what melancholic means?
No.
It's
like raindrops skittering down a window, tall trees leaning in the wind, clouds of cream swirling in your coffee.
What was the first part? I didn't hear the first part.
Melancholic trance.
In which you become completely absorbed in a vivid sensory details.
You know what melancholic means?
It's sort of
it's like almost loneliness. Like it's
lonely,
but it's not like a sad way. It's just like like
not depressing sad, but just a kind of. Yeah, so it's just sort of like, I've noticed that, like, I'll look at trees swaying in the wind. It's 50% that, like, just kind of looking at trees swaying in the wind. The other 50% is figuring out which way the wind is blowing.
I'll do that too. I'll sit. I think I did it a couple times. I used to draw when I used to draw trees when I was younger.
Yeah, like
I used to just stare at tree fucking branches and just.
When I was a kid, and I noticed I do it sometimes in my car. Like looking at raindrops, kind of like on the side of the car. Watching one go all the way down to the bottom. That's like it's not a one I do often, but
Yeah.
do you notice any of that, Devin?
I don't know. I'm not really sure, to be honest.
Oh, your life is just so interesting, so you don't do that. So the next one we got here.
He's still trying. He's still trying the fucking pressure thing with the cup on your mouth.
Notice Tollens. The realization that the plot of your life doesn't make sense to you anymore.
The plot of your life doesn't make sense to you anymore.
To, like, yourself. The realization that the plot of your life doesn't make any sense to you anymore.
I don't really relate to that one.
Yeah, me too.
I just never found any, I don't know,
Yeah, I don't know. I just
sense in it in the first place.
Yeah.
I just got a boring enough life that I know no one gives a shit. It's pretty easy to follow.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think it doesn't... I mean, I'm that's the thing, though. I'm the one who's experiencing it. I have literally all of the context.
It's really...
Literally
Dude,
all.
Yeah.
Dude, I
was talking about. I was there for your birth.
Yeah. That one none of us get. It doesn't... It's a weird one that doesn't really make much sense.
Maybe it applies
to other people.
It must apply to some
that
other
have
To
actual...
hippies.
to actual...
To
people with actual...
snowflakes.
Son of a bitch. To people with actual imaginations is what I was trying to say, but...
Libtards.
The goddamn
Leading from
liberals.
libtards to this word is liberosis.
Liberosis.
The desire to
sick.
care less about things. I don't have that problem.
Like
No.
libtard.
Yeah, not really.
The desire to care less about things. I don't have that problem because I don't give a shit about almost anything.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
I've learned to not care.
Yeah, me too. I eventually
You're
learned.
like, ah, shit. I'm like, whatever. It'll happen on its own.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Just don't care anymore.
No.
I don't need that desire. It's
It will
reality.
happen on its own time or not.
Yeah.
I have no control.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no.
I don't
There's
want
another one.
Alright.
How do you say that O?
Oh.
Oh, cool.
It's just
Vemodalen.
oh.
The frustration...
but with a line
It's
above it.
no, it's an L with 2 dots above.
Oh,
it.
one
The
with
frustration
2
of photographing something amazing when thousands of identical photos already exist. I experience that a lot. That's what I kind of hate taking photos because of that.
dots.
That you're taking a photo that you think is amazing. And
Oh,
there's
I
already
know
so
it's-
many.
I know
of
it's
the
a good
exact same.
photo, but like, who gives a fuck? It's just another photo.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind admiring good photography. Someone taking a good picture of
Yeah.
something pretty cool. Then like I take a good photo and I show someone like, hey, this is like just showing like this is what the camera does on like my phone or something. Like, oh, it's a really cool fucking photo. I'm like, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
kind of such another photo to me.
I
I have like a total of 3 pictures on my phone that I've taken that I've actually like tried to do good with, but that's just because I wanted to mess around with the camera.
Yeah.
I know they're not amazing photos, but I have them on there just to show people like this is what the camera can do.
Yeah.
I don't take like people that I know who take a lot of photos and really like the photos they take are like generally moms and shit. Like they have thousands of photos.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's interesting. I don't, because I'm the same way. I'm not really a photographer, so I don't really keep very many things. And even of things that I do take pictures of, I always eventually delete it, because it's just like,
So the next word we got here is
God damn it. I wish I wasn't editing that out.
no. We're gonna leave that part in just a little. We're gonna leave out the part that the phone call actually happened.
Yeah.
Ireland got a phone call. And we had it, so I just like to break the ice just to keep going on, which I just said. So the next word we have. So it was like silence for 10 seconds, and then I just said the word.
Oh
So the
my
next
God.
word we have is chirosclerosis. Sounds like a fucking medical condition.
Yeah.
The
So you've
moment
been diagnosed with Kylo Rose.
Kylo Ren-cerosis.
Kylo Rose.
The moment you realize that you're currently happy. Consciously trying to savor the feeling. feeling that you're happy and you want to try and stay happy for as long as